Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about an off-leash obedient case, a border collie mix named Reno. Reno owner Anita is moving from Colorado to Louisiana, and she approached me in desperation because she have a huge problem with this dog. He bolts through the door when she opens the door, takes off. Then she goes to try to get him, he stops, looks back at her, waits until she gets close enough, and then takes off again. And he have no structure, he never had a real obedience lessons. So he have a great personality, but when it comes to this, it's a problem because she's moving to a townhome that the road is right outside the house, and she's afraid that he will bolt out one day, and we all know how it can end, and she's very concerned. So we worked on this first of all, and then we worked on off-leash obedience. And on off-leash obedience is regular commands, of heel, come, sit, stay, those kind. The other thing we worked on was be able for him to jump in and out of the car. That it was a problem. Now, as to the threshold rule that I train. That's how I train the dog to stay in the house regardless if the owner or anybody else for this sake open the door, the main entrance to the house, or the entry to the garage, or any door in the house. The dog knows that he cannot leave the house unless we give him a cue that okay it to go out the door. So we worked on that, and with a lot of success. Didn't take me more than about 10-12 minutes and we were done. Now, this is very different methods of what not everybody, but most of trainers do. I used to be one of them. That I used to take the dog and put him in a sit stay a few feet from the door, and not always it works because either the owner forgets sometimes to say sit stay, sometimes you sit stay the dog and the dog decides to break it. And now we have a problem on our hands. My mentor, Richard Hines, who is known as the Miami Dog Whisperer, he taught me this method. It's brilliant, it's amazing, and it works awesome. So let's go ahead and show you how all of this is gonna work in real life.
Come, Reno. Come, Reno. That a boy. Good boy. Reno. Step. Good boy, Reno. Good boy. Good boy.
Where you work, so we know. It's going on YouTube.
Oh, seriously?
Just tell, she wanted to tell her.
Leah may not with Louisiana, and I wanted them to be more comfortable because we are going to be living. Stay. Across the middle. Good boy.
He was nervous because he was licking his lips and yawning. That means he's stressed out because you disappeared completely. But he had it. He had it with the two ladies, you know,
Yeah.
passing by. Awesome.
Good boy.
Right there.
Reno, come. Good boy. Stay. Leave it.
no, over, no, over, no.
Not only that, heel.
My name is Anita, and this is Reno, and we are leaving beautiful Evergreen, Colorado, and moving to Louisiana. And I met Sandra and Moshe through Bubbles with No Troubles, and was telling them that we were getting ready to move, but I was worried about Reno because he was going to have to become a city dog. And I didn't want him running out in the street. I didn't want him running out of my mom's townhouse because she doesn't have a fenced enclosed yard. And I just wanted him overall to have better manners and listen to me and not run away from me, which he tended to do if he got out. He would start running down the street, and he would turn and look behind him and make sure that I was following, but he wouldn't stop and he wouldn't come back to me. And so Moshe told me that we could make huge progress with Reno in the very limited time I had before I had to move to Louisiana. So we've worked pretty intensively for several weeks, and the improvement in Reno and his behavior and listening to commands and following commands has been absolutely incredible. And he's learned come, sit, stay, heel, all of the important commands that every dog owners should have their dogs learn. And Moshe has been great working with me as far as working in time given my limited available time and his limited available time, and we've worked really hard, and Reno has worked hard, and he's been a great student and done just great. And so we're looking forward to moving to Louisiana, and I really feel comfortable with him being able to become a city dog and follow my commands and be safe and happy.
So, as you can see, Reno, the mixed border collie, got everything down. All the commands in less than a month. Just amazing. So, Anita, the lady that owns him, is leaving the state in a few weeks. That's why we had to crunch everything and meet more times, and didn't have as much training as usually we have. Usually there is a week in between every time that I come out, and there is a whole week for the owner to practice with the dogs. Twice a day for 15 minutes, or 3 times or 4 times a day for 15-20 minutes. In this situation we couldn't do that, but we got great results. So until next time, the difference maker, dog, trainer, Moshe Kafri, at your service.